more presentable today.
Didn't quite recognize that. Since then, we do have a call into our prosecuting attorney to see as to what the county commission can do and can't do. Since we've changed classification, that does give us, to our understanding, a little bit more authority as far as ordinances wise on safety on behalf of individuals in the community and county. So as soon as we hear back from him as to what we can and can't do, we'll be in touch with Tom or yourself.
I do have a question. Who owns the paved Highway 61?
That's still MoDOT. MoDOT still owns that, right?
So we would have to deal with them as far as the restrictions on that property, use of that property are.
Right. Need to find out several things there, one of which, in a lot of cases, they do turn that over to whatever town or village that it would be in, the roadway itself, but the easement is still owned by MoDOT.
And the town of Eolia, we're trying to get together a plan to turn that into to close the access and make it a walking and hiking park for the people of that area for their welfare benefits and health.
Have you talked to anybody?
We're going to get on. We're going to talk to the Eolia County town meeting next time it comes up. We missed the last one.
Okay, that's part of the problem with this whole project is it's a multi-jurisdictional area. As you all know, I'm sure you discussed it with the Pike County Commission. The city didn't know anything about it as of a few days ago. Pike County Commission didn't know anything about it as of a few days ago. At least officially. The commission wrote me a letter back saying they didn't. We're kind of having trouble finding who really, with the bulk of the project being in Lincoln, that's why we're here first speaking with you all. And since most of the infrastructure changes have been requested from you all, that's why we're here as well. But we are having, that is part of the problem, is A, getting answers from the developer, and B, finding out really who's in charge or who has the most to lose and most to gain on this whole process.
And Tom, as we indicated earlier, we've only made the one contact with Mr. Moss. We asked the same questions, more or less, that you're asking here. Have not heard back from him since. Everything's reasonable enough to ask. We're trying to get answers for. You asked any contact that is made that you would be made aware of. You will be made aware of any contact.
Appreciate it.
The plans we've asked for. What kind of impact this would have also. As soon as we get something, you will. We will make the contact or attempt to make the contact to Mr. Moss and try and get some kind of a plan together for us and for you.
Okay, appreciate it.
Okay. And here again, as far as some kind of a community meeting, that's not logical. Something you think would be smart on anybody's business end. Why is to have some kind of a community meeting close to the projected site. If we get something, you'll get it.
Okay, I appreciate that. Like I said, the information was sketchy at best. 3 weeks ago, this was just a rumor to most of us. Trying to find information was very sketchy. Much of the information at first was either erroneous or contradictory. It has been, the website has been, dare I say, cleaned up, and we appreciate that. It has been corrected as far as we know. But again, it's only been corrected to the point that I know that my property was taken out of it because they originally had my property being in the project, and I never talked to anyone. So I don't know what on that website, as far as the plan site, is correct and isn't. I have to assume, and I know there's people here from the website, and I appreciate that. But we need something from Mr. Moss because, as far as I know, he is the one that's been asking you all for money, not the website.
Well,
And we've been assured by Mr. Moss on a telephone call that the gentleman for the website is his representative. But this goes far beyond a phone call right now. This is some serious, very serious stuff for all of us. And I can't take a verbal assurance on a phone call from someone I've never met that someone else is in charge.
Tom, I want you to understand too, when he came in and talked to us, he asked as far as the possibility of blacktopping Cannonball Road up to White Lane and out. We indicated we didn't feel as though that was the best route. If it was going to be done, it would be Cannonball to Highway F. If it was going to be done. There was no promises from this commission
funds going into Lincoln County Schools. And I said, what school district? And he said, Lincoln County Schools. I said, that would be the cooperative school district. Oh, same thing. So, my point is, and I know I'm probably, beating into the ground, there's been no effort to blend with the community, to introduce himself to the community, and the fact that there's several people here for the project, but he's not, I think that kind of tells us something. We also, from what I understand, and I don't know, I don't want to get anybody in trouble, but I mean, there was no story in the Lincoln County Journal this week, even though there was a story last week, front page, with the idea that they'd look into it, and I don't mean to, from what I understand, Mr. Moss has not called him back. And I know if I were putting business into a community, I would get every bit of free advertising I can get. So, that's where we feel, we've just been left out of it, and basically ignored. We would love to see a plan, and maybe we could actually work something out, that everybody would partially be happy, and hopefully no one would be miserable. But we just haven't had an opportunity.
North Week.
Correct.
We have always felt as though if it's something that's going to be a benefit to tax base, whether it be for the entities, the school districts, the county,